Out here on the lawn in front of the house, we've got these three lovely trees. We just refer to them as our red flowering trees because that's what they do. The sunbirds absolutely love them when they're flowering, but they're getting really big. The oldest one is probably 6 years old. Let me turn around so you can see it. That's it up there, and it's taller than the house. It's really huge. And then we've got the other couple that we planted a few years later that are here, and they provide a good amount of shade for the front of the house, but they're getting too big. So I've been pruning them back. So you can see here that the shade on the lawn's really nice. Normally at this time of the day, if the trees weren't there a few years ago, the front section here was very, very hot. But now it's quite pleasant. It's quite cool. But the trees have been growing so quickly that I need to prune them back and open it up. I realise there's a lot of dead wood up there, and it's because it's such a fast growing tree, it's very soft, so the dead wood is going to be a bit dangerous when we get some strong winds. I don't want that to be blowing down, so I am working hard at just cutting away the dead wood, cutting away some of the other branches that are just too dense, and making them a nice shape. So we're just sort of cleaning and clearing a little bit. I've got one more down here that I need to cut back because it's growing right out over my pizza oven, and I don't want that to happen. And then I have got a lot of work to do to clear it all up and take it out the back. But some of this bigger wood here I'll use for the pizza oven or for our fireplace, our outdoor fireplace, and then of course the rest of it I will use for biochar, and I think it'll be really good biochar because it is quite soft, and once it's dry it'll burn really, really quickly, and I think that will be producing great biochar. But that'll have to wait a while because we've got a burning ban at this time of the year, so I'm not going to be lighting any fires to burn garden waste like that or to make biochar. I'll just stack it all up down the back and wait until the burning ban is over at the beginning of the rainy season, and then make another good batch of biochar for the garden. definitely have a look to see how much of that branch is hanging out over the roof of the pizza oven still. Not much of it there, so I think I'll do the safety first thing and cut it back from closer to the trunk now, because it's just a little bit wobbly up there with the ladder. But be careful of that. Nice orchid sitting there. I don't want to cut that down. I'll be in trouble if that happens, for sure. And then, I don't know if you can see this vine climbing out along the branch. That's actually a black pepper vine. Prick Thai, we call it in Thailand. It is just starting to really show some growth in the last few months, which is great. There we go, that's down. Good. The pizza oven roof is still intact, still in shape. Happy about that. And now I've got a bit of clearing up to do. That's pretty easy. I do need a new saw blade, but it is so soft. This wood is so soft that even with quite a blunt blade, it hacks through it pretty well. Well, I think I will need a new blade now, definitely. Didn't really want to do a run down to the hardware shop today, but I might have to if I want to finish this work. Let's see, maybe it'll just spring back in there. No, look at that. Simple but good. We cut it up into manageable size bits and I'll haul it down the back and leave it there and make biochar with it another day. Oh, this piece is pretty good. It's still growing nicely, or had been, but a lot of it that was really up under the canopy is quite dead. It's very dry, but this piece is out, had plenty of light, so it's been growing nicely. But you can see how soft it is, just cutting through it pretty easily. I'm just concerned that we get a big storm. If we've got too much deadwood up there, it's going to be a real problem. Something, there it is. Add that to my collection. Okay, I think I'll just leave that there now and go back up to the top here outside the kitchen door and keep clearing up this mess so that we can walk through here again. But it's great, it's been pretty easy to take down and has made a huge difference up there. It's looking really nice. Opened up the light a bit more, but it's not too much sunshine, it's not too bright there. Still provide enough amount of shade if our guests want to sit out on the lawn. And it's been great here. In the last week we've had 2 sets of customers that extended their stay. One couple had booked for 2 nights and they extended to stay for 4, and another couple had booked for 1 night and they extended for another night. So they'd come here and just found it so peaceful and so relaxing that they wanted to stay longer than they'd originally planned. So we were happy to be able to accommodate that. We're reasonably busy at the moment, but we did have space, extra days for them to book and keep in the same room, so that was very nice. We love it, not just for the extra money, but we love it when people come here and can relax and enjoy the garden, enjoy the peaceful area. You know, go for a walk, take our dogs for a walk. Our dogs love it when customers go for a walk. They follow along and act as guide dogs through the neighbourhood. It's really a big blessing to us when people come and can enjoy being here as much as we do. I've decided just to cut all this up into manageable sized pieces and then haul it down the back, because I could just bundle it up and haul it, which I do sometimes, but this particular plant, this tree, has some quite nasty thorns, like rose thorns. I've just been at lunchtime trying to extract the pieces of one of those from my finger. They are quite nasty. There's red ants all over it too. So I find it just easier. There you go, can you see that? That nasty spike there, and it's, you know, you go put your hand on it to pick it up, and soon enough you know that you found a spike. So I'm just finding it a better option just to trim it like this. Takes a little bit of time, but it's pretty hot out there, so standing in the shade, trimming this back, that'll make it more compact, less of an eyesore down the back until we wait to burn it. And I found dealing with it this way is much safer. I get far fewer thorns stuck in my fingers and scratching my arms as if I was to try and haul it down in bigger pieces. And again, as you can see, it's pretty soft. So there we have it. That's the pruning done. Well, at least for this stage anyway. I dare say before long I'll be getting the saws out again and cutting some more back. It's really amazing just how fast these trees have grown. They've all been planted by us, and we've only been here on this land for 6 years, and they have just taken off. It's great to see, and it's really exciting to be at a stage in the garden now where we can shape it and control it and open it up to let these plants that are underneath, the shrubs that are underneath this taller canopy, grow up, and also to create windows and add some depth to the view, so when people are sitting at the front of the house they can still be shaded but see through into the garden and beyond up into the mountain areas where the view is really spectacular. And so I continue to aim to do interesting things like this to make the garden a more beautiful place. And the next thing will be waiting for the rainy season to start, for our burning ban to finish, so I can turn all this pile of trimmings and prunings into biochar. Well, this is all the small stuff. The larger pieces I'm going to cut up and use those for firewood, but this will be made into biochar. And if you're interested to learn more about this, I'll put a link up on the screen at the end here so that you can see what we do to make biochar and just how beneficial it is to our garden. Thanks for watching.